Hello, this is Bongo and welcome back to my channel. So we have completed 6 weeks, so that is 42 days. Till now, I think basically I've tried to learn machine learning for 3 or 4 times. I think this is the longest that I have been. So it's an achievement for me. So uh, I actually wanted to know means how you all guys, right? I mostly you will be machine learning practitioners or working with respect to machine learning or any other field, right? I mean, what has been your longest streak, or how do you keep yourself motivated while going through it? Okay, so 42 days, right? Some days you will be like really excited to do it, and some days you will be like really demotivated, and then you need to pick your up. And usually those are the days which defines okay where you are heading. So I'm really curious to know uh, about you guys. I mean, how you keep yourself motivated. What has been the longest streak that you have achieved till now? Okay, so please do let me know in the comment section below. Means it can be anything, guitar or anything, whichever is that. Okay, so we will be covering few of these topics today. I will keep a timeline for these few topics, right, so that you can jump over each and every of them, whichever you like. Okay, so these are the topics. So firstly, I'm going through this book, the weekly review book, that is the hands-on machine learning. So till now, in the previous section, right, I covered till chapter 2. I'm doing the exercises of chapter 2. As part of the exercise, right, I one of the questions was related to solving this machine learning for disaster, Titanic, this question. So this is mostly the starter one. So everyone who starts in the Kaggle, right, starts with this Kaggle problem. So in the first submission, if you can say, it was 77.99 some percentage I got, and after that it was 78.229. So yeah, thinking of the way I have started, it's I think it's good. If you guys, I mean, I think most of you would have solved this Kaggle problem. So do let me know what was your first score in that. Many of them, I saw that it was like one means 100%. The ranks in that, or the marks in that, and I was like, okay, how is that possible? So I don't know how was that possible, but still few people have got 100% also. So I need to see their solutions and how they are going. Okay, then later we have this weekly review for complete machine learning and data science bootcamp. So I was learning these two things, first this that book and then this bootcamp. And mostly this bootcamp, we say that it lags behind the book, so book goes a bit faster, and then this boot camp actually tries to carry ahead. So in that way, most of the things which I read, right, are covered in my previous weekly review. So there was nothing, it was more of like practicing those things again and again. So one thing that I learned in that was, right, that was this predict proba. So um, basically when we are trying to categorize something, like during the categorization, say this number, we are trying to categorize it as it's a 5 or it's a not 5. Okay, so if it's a not 5, right, it got 0.21, and when it's 5 it got 0.79%. Okay, so it this function gives us the probability of each of the rows, right, when we are predicting how much percentage we are predicting. So this is for the binary. When it will be like 2 or 3 multivariable, right, we will have different percentages for each of them. So now yeah, this is how it goes. So when we do predict, right, so we get usually 1 1 1, or 0 means it's 1 means it's 5 and 0 means it's not 5. Okay, now when we do the same thing for the proba, right, you can see we have different percentage. So what this percentage means is, see, this 0.76% tells that it is 1, and 0.24 tells it's not 1. Okay, so where all in this columns, right, where you are getting more than this, you will get to see a 1. Okay, so here, but here if you see, right, this is 0.740126, so it's a 0. But again, mostly here the column is higher, so you are getting 1. So what this means is, this row tells us if that number is 5, and this says if that number is not 5. Okay, so wherever this number is more, that means those are actually 5, and here those are actually not 5. Okay, That was one interesting thing that I learned. And after that, it was all mostly the confusion metric and the ROC curves. Okay, now uh, actually to motivate myself, I try to create some graphical sort of thing of my progress of, if it's 100%, basically say the book hands-on machine learning, right? If it's 100%, how much percentage I have learned till now, where I am. So this is one of those. So with this book, right, basically what I have done, how many pages I've read, how many pages are there, divided. So this is 27%, which is okay in kind of like 7 weeks we have achieved. So okay, well and good. And the next is this boot camp. So here I have achieved 35%. So in Udemy you will directly get a percentage, you don't need to do any other thing. So it's 35%. I mean, it doesn't look like anything fancy, but to create all these things, right, this progress bar and everything, oh, it took time, but I learned. So that was it. So it was a week 6 review. Mostly this was a pretty busy week. I went for vaccination and the COVID vaccination, and then a little bit of other works as well. So I didn't get much time. So I was able to do exercises from the book, and mostly the topics that I was covering in the boot camp were mostly the same which I have already covered in the book. So nothing great in it. So thanks. Okay. Bye bye.